Hello dear viewer, are you perhaps in need of some vanilla-like resource packs to spice up your Minecraft worlds? Well, look no further because I have prepared 8 of the very best Minecraft resource packs that imitate the vanilla style. So without further delay, let us begin. So, as you might have noticed, we are actually in the lovely world of Hermitcraft Season 7, so I can demonstrate what the packs might look like in a survival world, for example. And I'm going to start off with the more add-on type packs, and then go into full-on texture packs by the end. And this starts with the 3D Crops Revamped pack, which, if we take a look over at some wheat, for example, you can see that they look a bit more variated and less kind of straight and boring. You can see even like the seeds here look quite nice as well, and even like the half-grown wheat also looks pretty good. But this is hardly even the best part, because if we take a look over at some carrots here, you can see they have these nice 3D bases and these leaves as well, which look really colourful, and they look pretty good, I think. As you can see, they actually look like proper carrots, and even the potatoes over here look pretty nice as well. As you can see, very nice in 3D, and even the ones that aren't fully grown over here look pretty nice, and even they are 3D as well. And if you weren't sure if they were fully grown, you can always look on the F3 screen to see their age over on the right. But unfortunately, Scar here doesn't actually have any normal mushrooms or beetroot or sweet berry bushes, which is why I've created this lovely viewing area of various different blocks and items. As you can see down here in our little field of sorts, you can see the beetroots look really nice and red in 3D, and they look pretty nice, which is a shame because they're pretty useless in game. And also you can see the stems here are nice in 3D and detailed. Even the crimson and warp fungus over here look pretty nice, I think, because they're 3D and big and bulky. And also the mushrooms and the netherwort as well. And the sugarcane. It's actually 3D and tall and doesn't look like it's made of paper. So that is about the extent of the 3D Crops Revamped pack. I think it looks pretty nice, personally. The 3D bases and colours in particular look really good compared to normal. For example, if we switch back here, they look okay, but they look like they're some kind of 3D paper model rather than actual crops. And also the stems over there, they're like a pixel wide. What's going on there? And here is our paper sugarcane of not very thickness, and the mushrooms and warts and stuff like that. Up next we have the Fresh Animations pack, which does in fact require entity model features and entity texture features mods for it to work. But if we take a look over at our little animal pen here, we can see it does look pretty nice. As you can see, the iron golem kind of wobbles around in its different parts here, and the pig and the sheep and the chicken. It looks pretty nice, and also looks very vanilla. It doesn't look like it's been completely made up. They look like they're actually breathing and living and moving, which is pretty nice. So yeah, this is in fact a very popular resource pack for this reason, because it's such a simple change that Mojang could implement, but it makes a world of difference in kind of ambience. And even if we take a look over at the villagers here, you can see they actually have like moving eyes and they nod and smile and stuff. You can see they act kind of like normal people. Their heads move and stuff, and they wave around. So next up on my list now is Vanilla Editions, which isn't quite a texture pack, but it does change some stuff. So first of all, we can see the item frames have changed, and also some of the items themselves have actually changed. So you can see the diamond ones, for example, have like actually diamond handles. The netherite axe has a bigger axe blade. The shovels have these little handles at the bottom. The iron pickaxe, axe, and the stone tools, they have this little black bit on the bottom. Like the wood stuff looks different as well. Enchantment book also is now purple, which looks a little bit more groovy. And there's also some biome dependent stuff like barrels, for example. The colour now depends on what wood you craft it with. Same kind of deal with the torches, they also require a wood to look a certain colour, and they also just look different in general. Pumpkins now have these green stems on the top, as you can see here, and also the grindstone has a different side. Fences also look different, they now have like a log as the middle bit and then stripped on the sides, as you can see for all the different types here. Bricks also slightly different as well, they have like lighter ones in the middle. And also you'll notice if you have like an item and you throw it down, it goes down sideways and it kind of levitates that way up rather than like balancing upwards, if that makes sense. So same with the pickaxe here, kind of floats as if it's actually lying down. Sticks also look different, they actually look like sticks now with like a leaf and some other little twiggy bits on the side. And also the grass has changed colour, so you can see here it is a lot more vibrant, and also the grass in the spruce biome over here looks a bit nicer as well. This pack technically is only updated to 1.21.4, so as long as you don't mind some buggy animals like these pigs and sheep and chickens here, then you should be fine. Or if you're in a 1.21.4 world, then that also should be okay. As you can see, Pale Oak has not been updated yet, which is a shame. And finally, you'll also be able to notice if I spawn in some villagers here, they actually all look different to each other. So for example, he's got blue eyes, he's got green eyes, he's got blue eyes, he's got green, and eventually he's got raised eyebrow, he's angry, and also has blue eyes. So yeah, they all look pretty different. So I imagine if you manage to combine this with the fresh animations pack, that could probably look quite nice, as if they're actually real different people. But all in all, this is a pretty nice pack. I used to like using it a lot back in 1.16 when I used to use texture packs. This was one of my favourite ones to use because it's quite similar. There's also some different bits, just kind of change it up a little bit. Like the new tools look quite nice, I think. So there you have it, just Tim's vanilla additions for you. So now onto our first full texture pack. This is Jicklus. As you can see, it does look very kind of rusticy and medieval, but it's quite a nice art style, I think. So you can see literally everything has changed. All the items look completely different except for the new spawn eggs, because this is also technically 1.21.4. All the lights and stuff look different and they look really nice. The nether portal looks really good, I think. Here's our little nature section I have. You can see the deep dark stuff looks really creepy as well. Sweet berry bush looks like a little tree. It's got an actual like bush bit in the middle, which looks quite nice. The moss also looks different as well. The hanging stuff does look a little bit different, but it looks quite nice as well, I think. It looks quite similar to how it normally does. Onto our wood then. This is how we're looking. Obviously, the pale oak hasn't updated yet, but you can see, for example, all the different woods have updated. All the planks and everything looks new and different, which is quite good. All of our ore stuff as well. Down here you can see all the different naturally generating ores, the different blocks as well. Here's our slime and honey. Looks very vibrant and good. All of our plants as well look really nice. I think the colours they've got is spot on. Obviously these look really cool. These top bits obviously don't actually do anything because they're not actually like there. The hitbox is still down here, but they do look really nice. All the crops, the farmland as well looks completely different. All of our workstations and other random blocks, they look really nice as well. And also the little saplings and mycelium and stuff as well here looks really cool. And here's some other natural blocks. Here's our ender chest. You can see all of the menus, for example, are different as well now. So that's the ender chest, the barrel and the chest as well. My inventory here looks different and new as well. Yeah, the options menu as well, looking really nice. Here's some of the mobs as well. You can see these ones actually haven't broken. This never mind, it has. This mushroom does look really cool, like the mushrooms on the top. The iron golem looking very robotic as well. The Sniffer over here is a ginormous dog, which I think looks really, really cool. And the panda over here, who is constantly rolling. He also looks really nice. So this is what a forest might look like, for example, over here. The villages over here also look really creepy as well, which is kind of nice, but also I'm not 100% sure what to think about that. Let's have a look at our fashion villages. Now that looks pretty cool. The menus as well here look quite nice. So yeah, it looks a lot like a medieval kind of fantasy-like game, I think. The emeralds as well look really cool, I think. Sword as well, looking very medieval and cool. So why don't we take a look at some builds here? So we got this one here. The glass obviously has corners and stuff, which doesn't look great for here. But the stone looks pretty nice. And even Scar's village over here does look really cool. And I think the styles match up quite well, like the building and the resource pack look really good together. Making our way over to the shopping district here, this all looks really nice as well. The barge, the town hall, looks really good. And if we make our way into the nether here, we can see it does look pretty similar to normal. Obviously the textures are quite similar, which is why it's a vanilla-like pack. But it does look pretty nice. The sunset also looking pretty fab as well. Also, I've just teleported myself to a random place in the world. So this is what normal generation would look like. Here's some trees and some stuff like that. Looks pretty good. Even the flowers look quite nice as well. On the whole, I think this is a pretty nice pack. So yes, this is Jicklus. What do you think? I personally think this looks pretty nice. I remember hearing something about this back in the day, but I never actually used it. So I'm quite glad that I came across this again, because it does look really cool, I think. This next pack, it's a little bit like Marmite, you either love it or hate it. This is Faithful, so everything is the same except for it's an 8x8 pack and not a 16x16 pack. So in case you didn't know, Minecraft normally has 16 pixels by 16 pixels on all of the different blocks and stuff, except for the mobs are sometimes different. But this one instead is 8. So effectively the resolution is halved and it has this really weird effect that's quite hard to sum up. It makes the scale just look off. It makes things look bigger and smaller at the same time, and I'm not sure how to describe it, but you can see the menus are a little bit different. The text is also a lot different, as you can see. It does look quite nice though, so there are separate packs just for the text alone, I believe. So you can see the different crops and stuff like that, the different blocks. It's all the same, it's just smaller but the same size. It's really odd. As you can see our iron golem here, he looks similar but different at the same time because there's like half the amount of pixels on him. So yes, it does look very strange indeed. And the villagers over here, very big-eyed, as you can see. Oh, that is so weird. They look like flies, kind of. So you can see builds from a distance look pretty much the same, except for example, these ones here, they look a little bit different if you zoom in on them. And up here, you can kind of notice what I'm talking about. But on the whole, it does look pretty similar. Green starter base over here, also looking really weird. It just looks like it's completely, like, shrunk, although it hasn't. So it's really, really odd. But yeah, it does look quite nice. It does look a little bit different because obviously you can't have the same texture halved really. So it does look slightly different to how it normally would. But it does look pretty nice, I think, in my opinion. I'm not sure I would play like this because, as I say, it does kind of mess with your perception of size and stuff. But yes, this has been Faithful. Really cool pack. would recommend you definitely try it. It's also a little bit hard sometimes to see what it is in the menu because there's less space to be dealing with. For example, I was trying to look for my mace for a little while until I realized that that was the mace, and that doesn't immediately look like a sugarcane until you hover over it. That is something just to be careful of. And also I just wanted to take you quickly to Cub's Pyramid here. It has this kind of pixely 8-bit feel to it. I'm sure you can kind of see what I mean. But yeah, it does really look nice, but also looks a little bit odd. So there you go, this has been Faithful. I don't want to go over it too much because it's quite similar and you kind of know what to expect with this pack anyway. It's not particularly different to normal, although it is a little bit strange as I say before. It does look really weird and it kind of throws you off a little bit, but yeah, definitely check this one out. Really cool pack. A very distinctive resource pack up next, but now we have the Bare Bones resource pack. On its own, it doesn't look great, I would say. In my opinion, it's supposed to be resembling of like the Minecraft trailer style. As you can see, it is very abstracted. There's not a whole lot going on in terms of details and stuff. But the real magic happens when you add shaders, because now it's starting to look pretty nice. As you can see, it looks a lot more like the trailers, and Green's mansion is looking very majestic indeed. So if you were to play with Bare Bones, I would recommend some kind of shader, even if it's just like a basic one. But we're not here to review shaders, we're here to review the texture packs, so let's have a look. So again, everything is very similar to how it looks normally. It's just, as I say, like an abstracted version. So there's just a lot less going on. Like this Purple block is literally just 2 colours. The Amethyst is literally 3. So yeah, this is the sort of thing you're looking at. Armour looking very basic as well, but there's a kind of charm to the basicness as well. It does look nice. It doesn't look just completely, well, that doesn't look great, but it doesn't look completely boring. If we take a look at our mobs over here, it's looking pretty nice. It's all updated to 1.21.5. As you can see, our pig there is not broken, and our other blocks over here, like the firefly bush and the petals and whatnot, it's a little bit hard to see what things are at times. So for example, if the falling leaves weren't here, it'd be pretty hard to tell that these are leaves because it looks a lot like concrete. But yes, here's our villages over here. They look pretty normal to me, I think, although they seem a bit frozen. Here's our profession villagers over here as well, looking very nice indeed. So you'll notice we have a green cursor down here at the bottom on our different items. And a lot of the menus are pretty much just the same as they are normally. You can kind of see here all the different blocks that we have, all updated, which is very nice. So having a look at some of the builds, here's Green's mansion, looking pretty similar as normal, but if you zoom in down here, it does look a little bit more like pixely and 8-bit, I suppose. Also the leaves don't blend particularly well, but from a distance, if you have shaders on as well, it doesn't matter too much. Here's Green's little starter base down here as well. Looks pretty nice, I think, with the shaders. Like, it works quite well with the wood, I think. So this is the shopping district here. As you can see, it does look very similar to like the trailer style. I think they did get that spot on, and it does look really nice. The barge is looking great as well, I think. But yeah, overall, a pretty nice pack, I think. Very simplistic, not too over detailed, well, rather under detailed if anything. Here's a nice spider. Looks pretty cool. And so yeah, not a whole lot to talk about for this pack, as again, it's pretty predictable what it's going to look like and everything. It's just like a dumbed down version of the normal stuff you'd had. I don't think this looks great in particular. This does look very under detailed, I think, in my opinion. But some of the things like the TNT looks quite nice, and the pumpkins, it does look quite good with less kind of going on. The furnace doesn't look great either. But yeah, definitely would use shaders if I were going to use this texture pack. But for things like the copper here, looks pretty nice as well. The woods look great as well, especially that does look pretty cool. So yeah, this has been Bare Bones. On to the next pack. And now our penultimate pack of the video. This is Whimscape. As you can see, it looks quite similar to Jicklus, I think. But yes, it does look very, very nice, I think. So I think the tools look quite nice as well. They got like this nice axe blade here, and the pickaxes look quite cool as well, I think. The spawn eggs are the actual mob that it spawns, so it's really easy to tell like what you're spawning in. The Eye of Ender as well, and the Ender Pearl looks really nice. And also this axolotl bucket looks pretty cool as well. Our various glowing blocks also looks pretty nice. Got our glowstone and the frog lights, sea lantern and bulbs and stuff like that. We've also got these nice 3D saplings, which I think is the first pack to do that. I think all the other ones, they're all kind of 2D, and I really like the look of it. It does look really quite nice. And even like the mushrooms and stuff back here looking pretty good too. The pumpkins kind of look like a creeper face, I think. It's got that kind of sad look about it, which looks quite nice, I think. The end crystal as well here looks pretty cool. That's like a bouncing cube, which I think looks quite nice. The magma block also looks pretty nice, I think, as well as the water and the nether stuff looks really good. And also this wood as well looks pretty nice. I mean, this stripped wood here does look quite good, I think. Even our sheep has got horns, which is pretty cool. Our ore blocks as well do look really nice. I can imagine bumping into that, into a cave or something. And these ones also look really cool as well. I mean, it even looks like there's a shine happening, even though there isn't, which is pretty neat. And the diamond block as well. And you can also see how this is like the same block, oh, it's just been slowly covered up, which I think looks quite cool. And also the amethyst looking really shiny as well. This new lantern as well, which looks pretty nice. It's 3D, looks pretty unique, and the torch has got this kind of flame going on. The bush as well looks really cool, I think. Got this 3D amethyst and dripstone as well, looking really nice too. It's all kind of misshapen a little bit, which looks good. And the armor as well also looks really cool. I mean, this netherite, for example, and the gold does look really nice, and it's like shiny and stuff. A bit better than your normal armor, for example. We've also got this kind of arching thing again with the pumpkin, which looks really nice, and the melon too. And also I like how they've not entirely changed like the picture pods, but it also fits in with the style, which is really nice. And also the crops, also a little bit 3D as well, which looks quite good. Moving on over to Green's base, it looks quite nice as well. The dark prismarine looks really good and kind of looks like it's tiled, so that makes for a good kind of roof block as well. So yeah, looks pretty good, I think. Moving on over to here, you can see we got that similar kind of robotic look about the iron golem, which looks really nice. We've got the pig, which is also like a new version, but also similar to how it looks in the new 1.5. The mushroom as well. The sniffer's up to some business over here. Sheep and chicken also looks really good. And also our panda, or I did just see had some paws there, which looks really cute as well. Villagers over here look very goofy, but then again, when aren't villagers goofy, so I suppose that kind of fits. Really nice menus, and the text also looks really good as well, I think. The emeralds look really nice, and I just love the art style. It looks really nice. Trees look really good as well. I love the look of the leaves as well. This spider over here looking pretty cool on top of this bamboo. Coming into the nether now, this is the sort of thing we're dealing with. So we got the netherrack here looking pretty nice, the lava too, and the fire. Over here we got some more warped action going on. Looks pretty good, and the crying obsidian and gold looking pretty fantastic as well. The iron bars actually look like bars, which is quite nice as well, I think. But yeah, this gold texture is really nice. So moving on over to the builds here. We got the lovely shopping district, which looks really cool, especially with the diamond leaves as well. Looks great. Bar just looking very rustical, if that's a word. Looking very rustic. The lanterns looking great as well, and they also kind of glow, which is pretty cool. Aquatown over here looking pretty splendid as well, I think. This kind of train line looks great as well. The buildings look pretty nice. Very much the sort of thing you kind of expect to see with this texture pack. This stone does look really nice. The brick even, sorry. As it says right there. Yeah, looks really, really cool. Taking a look at Big Dig over here. looks pretty nice as well. You can see like the floating nether stuff coming out of the void here looks really nice. The drill also looks really good as well. So yeah, pretty nice along the sides as well. And even this bit in the middle of Mumbo's base does look pretty cool as well, although the iron block doesn't look so great with the concrete. Finally, taking a look at Scar's area here, this does look pretty good, I think, although the kind of brown around the panes doesn't look so good. But the buildings look really nice as well, the mushrooms look great, and also these little towery things. Looks pretty good. So on the whole, this is a pretty good pack, I think. Quite similar to Jicklus, but then again, I really do quite like the style. It does look really nice and kind of simplistic and stuff as well. Yes, really nice details like the saw blade, anvil, end crystal looking really good as well. All kind of fits in very nicely, and also the mobs aren't bugging out either, which is great to see. So yeah, one last look at everything here. This is the sort of thing you can expect if you were using Whimscape. Really quite nice stuff. And now our final pack. I don't want to make this too long because it's already quite a long video, but here we go. This, everybody, is Vanilla Evolved. As you can see, it does look quite similar to how it already looks in Vanilla. There are kind of a few tweaks to make it look slightly different. You can see the Nylium does look a little bit different, and the ores as well look a bit more different to normal. These nice shiny blocks here do look quite great as well. We've even got our farmland stuff going on. This looks pretty nice as well, the wheat and stuff. Carrots, potatoes, beetroot. The pumpkins and melons as well look pretty nice. Even here, the melon. It's got its own little stem on the top, which looks really nice. Pumpkin even, sorry. And also these two pumpkins here, which I don't know why this one doesn't have, but there you go. Got these nice 3D mushrooms here as well, which looks really nice, and wart here as well. Shame we haven't done it to these saplings. These are just the same as normal. But yeah, the nice funguses here too. Moving on over to the items. Here we go. Here are the different axes and pickaxes and stuff we've got. The shovels look a little bit like large spoons, which is okay, but that's just what I think of it. The swords looks really nice as well. Nice little rocket here, I think, as well. Enchantment book, ender pearls, looks really good as well. So as I say, a lot of things are pretty similar to how it already looks. You can see like the bush looks a little bit different now. These nice lanterns here, like in Whimscape as well. Got this nice torch here as well, just brand new. The nice flowering cactus here too. Dripstone, pretty much the same, I think. The berries look a little bit different, and the logs also look a little bit different as well, as you can see on the ends there. Chest looks quite nice, and the barrel and the shulkers and ender chest as well, although the menus are pretty much the same as they are normally, I think. It's quite a nice anvil design, I think, around here. Just noticed that, and also this dark prismarine looks like it's bricked as well, which looks pretty good. Moving on over to the mobs, nothing breaking this time either. Iron golem, chicken, pig, pretty much the same. We got this nice flowering sniffer, which I think looks pretty good. Looks very hippie-like. This still looks really cute. Moving on over to Green's Mansion, looks pretty similar to normal. The trees look a little bit different, and so does the dark prismarine, as I said. But otherwise, on the whole, looks pretty much the same. Down over here, the glass looks quite nice, although it does have like these little panes in the middle. Again, really nice looking lantern and chest, and the trapdoors and stuff as well. Looks great. Wood looking really nice, and the wheat and stuff as well. Here is Scar's area of loveliness yet again, although the glass in the middle looks quite good, I think. Houses look great as well, look very rustic, and the berries look awesome. Really nice crops and houses, as I say. Again, a lot similar with the shopping district. You can see all the concrete and the andesite and granite looks all pretty much the same. Nice leaf textures though, I think. They look really nice, and the barge is looking pretty great as well. Really nice nether portal look there as well, and also the diamonds look really shiny and nice. And even taking a look at the resistance HQ over here, the mushroom blocks do look really quite nice as well, I think. Really colourful, and this great chimney over here. Really nice pack, I think. And finally, taking a look at Corrales' behemoth city with all these tourists over here, as you can see. The boat looking really nice, as you would expect as well. The glass does look really great. I love how it looks like it's rounded around the edges. Looks really cool. And even these two buildings here looking really nice with Green's unwanted mansion split in half in the middle. Looking pretty solid. So there you are. This is the Vanilla Evolved pack, as I said before. Pretty similar to Vanilla. This is probably like the closest one is to Vanilla in terms of whole resource packs, but it does look pretty nice. There's a few changes here and there which I think are quite nice and welcome, especially these diamond blocks, and emerald looks really shiny and cool. And so yeah, there you go. Thank you very much for joining me in Hermitcraft Season 7 to look at these resource packs. I do appreciate your time watching along. If you did like the video, perhaps you could drop a like below. It would help me out very much. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you again soon. And yeah, that is it.